And hello, everybody. Meteorologist Mike Griffith here for Carolina Weather Authority. It is Friday, thank goodness, and it is almost 1:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. Wanted to kind of just talk about the weather here for a little while, and not a whole lot going on, especially here in the Carolinas. Really, just late day showers and thunderstorms are the big story. Temperatures are in the 90s, which is not totally unusual for this time of year. In fact, having temperatures around 95, 96 this time in the summer is almost completely nothing really too exciting. It is summer here. Now, of course, everybody is inside with the air conditioning. You don't want to avoid large crowds or anything like that. I've been ordering all my groceries online. Of course, I have the ability to do so, so that's definitely a nice luxury. But nonetheless, just a normal summer here so far, minus a little bit rainy every day, but it's not too dry. So we're not really having much to complain about here as far as a drought in the Carolinas. Some activity out there to our west in Kentucky and out there in the plains, a little bit of Gulf action down there as far as a disturbance goes. Really something just lurking possibly just off the coast of Florida there. Nothing really too major that's going on right now that we have to worry about. Just kind of like a little bit of a Bermuda ridge of high pressure here. Just offshore, circulating in the warm, moist tropical air out of the Gulf. And that's really kind of the pattern that we're stuck in right now. It's nothing really too, nothing really too crazy or abnormal. So, what we are looking at here is the upper level charts for 500 millibars or 18,000 feet or so in the atmosphere. And we're looking at a pretty strong ridge taking shape down there in Texas. It's been hot down there, but over here in the east, it's been kind of normal. Let me turn off this rather annoying pointer feature. There we go. So this is, okay, that's actually what it's been in this past week. So we have a pretty strong upper level ridge. Again, this is the upper air, and it kind of tells us our overall temperature patterns. That was what's going on right now is hot in Texas, and going into today, which is Friday, that upper level ridge in Texas tries to expand and build east all the way into the Carolinas, Virginia, Georgia, even the deep south. So we will be a little bit hotter today than we were yesterday, and then this whole ridge tries to keep over our region into the weekend. Right here is a closed contour upper level ridge, so it's going to be hot heading into Saturday and especially Sunday, as the center of high pressure is going to pretty much be right over the mountain ridges here of Western Carolina and Eastern Tennessee. Again, this is as we go into Sunday and Monday. Continued hot. Nothing really changes much in the way of the heat and daily showers and storms. Of course, it might dry up a little bit this weekend as we're going to be extra hot and with the sinking air. So as we head into next week, really a stable pattern here across much of the eastern part of the U.S., maybe a little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity as we go into the 24th of July, which is a week from today or so. So there could be some more shower and thunderstorm activity, of course, as we get on the next week. Really, nothing is changing. A big trough tries to swing through Maine and Nova Scotia and Atlantic Canada as we go into next weekend. That's going to keep us from becoming too extremely hot out there. Most of the heat's going to be out there in the central part of the country as we go into the 26th or so later this month. As we end the month here, it looks like it's going to remain active and unsettled here in the east with disturbances moving through, maybe even some severe storms that will move through from our northwest to the southeast as we head into that pattern later this month. But it looks like the overall temperature pattern here in the southeast is just going to remain close to normal. Really nothing in the way of anything above 100 degrees or even near 100 degrees. I don't think that many spots will not even see that. There comes the GFS spinning up some kind of tropical system in the Pacific, I should say. All right, so what about overall precipitation? Well, you guessed it. Pretty much unsettled day to day as we are into this weekend here, Friday, today into the weekend. Going to remain unsettled there in the southeast over top of us here in the Carolinas, showers and thunderstorms. Even at the coast, maybe some days, maybe not. Looks like most of the rain data is going to remain along the coast, but I'm not so sure if we're actually going to see um, anything with that. It might be in the Western Carolinas instead, but it really just pop up showers and storms each day this weekend, especially as we head into Monday. Again, it might be a little bit drier on Saturday and Sunday with the sinking air over top of us, but Monday, I mean, look at this. It's just going to be juicy all the way up through next weekend, next Friday. There could be something tropical. A tropical wave might try to make its way into coastal Texas or so late next week. And that's really the only tropical action we're seeing as of right now, at least through the end of the month or so. So it just looks unsettled as we go into the end of this month here. It doesn't really and close to normal, if not maybe even finishing off the month a little bit cooler than average here in the southeast. So it's really not going to be any type of extreme one way or the other through the end of this month anyway. It's going to just kind of be on the boring side of thing, which actually you can say is going to be good. So let's take a look at the overall temperatures here on the CFS. So from the 24th of July through the 31st or so, this model definitely has a warm bias, and it has much of the country above average in the next 8 to 14 days. Now, as we head into August, of course, it's summertime, so it's painting everything warmer than usual here, all the way into the 21st of August or so. And it's having a trough out west and a ridge in the east of the August. I don't know if this is even accurate data all the way out to 840 hours. That 1,008 hours. I don't even think that this might not be 100% accurate here as far as what we can expect into the end of this month. Let's take a look at the European ensembles here. Now, they do have us become quite hot all the way into the 26th or so, which is next weekend. So, I mean, the European ensembles can be okay. They're pretty accurate compared to the Euro operational single model. So it's looking like we're going to be a little bit above average here in the east as we go into the end of this month. Maybe a little bit above average, maybe nothing crazy. I mean, this isn't like really deep orange, purple, reds here across the east. It's just picking up on a normal summertime heat wave again towards the end of the month. But this is just temperatures above 90 degrees over a widespread area rather than just our area here. So really not picking up on anything, again, completely unusual. Let's take a look at the tropics and what we can expect as far as any type of like tropical activity, tropical waves. Let's go with the GFS and go with overall rain and instability and stuff like that. A couple tropical waves coming off the coast of Africa down here as we head into early next week. One right here that they're watching. It might become a rainmaker or so as it heads into the Caribbean. Right there it is as it gets closer to the Lesser Antilles by the end of next week. It's becoming juicy off the coast of Africa, so we might have to watch this uptick in tropical activity here all the way through the 27th or so, towards the end of this month. And a train of disturbances form, but it doesn't look like anything really tries to get going as far as development there across the lower Atlantic as the conditions for development are probably not going to be ideal. There's probably still some shear since it's July. Uh, so let's take a look at the overall upper level pattern disturbances, like upper level energy here. Take it back all the way into the Saturday, which is this tomorrow, the 18th. And really, not a whole lot of energy. I mean, like I said, there's a couple of waves coming off the coast of Africa next week around Wednesday or so. They might make it to the Lesser Antilles. Just a series of waves coming off Africa. Nothing really significant stands out as of right now. So the tropics are going to be quiet all the way through the end of next month. Now, let's take a look at the overall world map and see if we can find some kind of overall favorability conditions for the upper level motion in the atmosphere, which would be this right here, the CHI anomaly. Now, you want to have rising air across the Atlantic for any type of tropical formation. So as we go into next week, the end of next week, it's looking like we're going to have some rising air there in the Central America and the Caribbean and Northern and South America. So things are going to be starting to turn a little bit more favorable as we go into Friday the 24th. This is the end of next week when things become a little bit more favorable. So then we're going to have to watch the Caribbean possibly, or anything that tries to develop in this area through the end of this month. Now, as we go into July, the end of next week, things are going to still remain somewhat favorable. So really, over the course of the end of this month, from now to the end of this month, it's looking like it's going to be somewhat favorable, although nothing too crazy favorable. It's just going to be a lot of rising air over much of North America and the Atlantic basin. So it'll be borderline marginally favorable for tropical development from now through the 1st of August or so, or August 2nd. We'll keep you posted if anything else pops up in this long-range outlook. For now, enjoy everything being relatively normal and quiet. If anything pops up, we will be back on here or back on the page and let you know. Everybody, have a great weekend, and please enjoy.